Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Team One Take podcast. My name is Holler. With me is Sh1nboo.
One
of the one take.
All right.
And it's, of course, he's one of the PKL casters. First off, give a little quick introduction about yourself.
Well, once again, I am Sh1nboo. I always emphasize having one for an I on my name, and that's my real name.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
not an IG. I've been casting for 11 years now, and for HOK, I've been casting for 2 years. Very privileged to be part of building this league and this HOK esports scene here in the Philippines. So yeah, excited stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when you started casting, like what did you start out with and why casting?
Well, it started out from watch parties. I'm a very social guy. I like engaging online. I heard from another game. Can I mention another game?
Yeah, of course.
I heard from League of Legends. I started League of Legends.
You just got canceled, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
And I attended watch parties. Volunteered casting from there. Really want to be involved in the community. Did some back end work for that.
Okay.
And just really develop this, not necessarily develop the skill, but have this very deep connection on the craft. I just really enjoy it.
Okay.
Now I'm really looking forward not to making it as a career, but just really making sure that the craft stays with me.
Yeah.
Until the grave. Yeah.
No, but that's the thing.
It's a very deep connection. Yeah.
But I know that you're also a teacher as well.
Yes.
This is something that you could potentially teach other kids. Is this something that you're looking to do? Is this something that, or are you going to take it with you to the grave?
I cannot count the generations of casters.
Of course.
I have taught.
Okay, already.
in this
Awesome.
Like, sometimes I'm like, did I teach you? Yes, you did. Or did I teach the one who teach you something like that? So I really like sharing the knowledge far more than just shoutcasting on stage. I really like talking about breathing techniques. I really like talking about cadence. I really talking about casting forms.
Right.
So to teach. I would love to do that always, anytime,
So also when you got started, who taught you? Or did you just learn everything on your own?
So somebody taught me.
Sometimes.
Everyone would have to stand. Even though shoutcasting and esports is at infancy stage, still very young, even until now. You still have to stand, on the shoulder of giants. And my inspiration came from Lon and the Trike, then Lon and Duno, the Dota 2 casters. But the one who taught me is actually Kajo. Now here's a fun fact. So that's GM Shift of Garena Philippines. So Kajo, my master, my first teacher for shoutcasting, because I've taken lessons from other sources as well, from newscasting or all that stuff. But my first actual teacher directly from shoutcasting, so shoutcasting himself, is GM Shift or Kajo, who's also the partner of Gigi Spear.
Oh, okay.
So Gigi Spear. He also Gigi Spear, one of our colleagues. He also inspired me. To become a shoutcaster.
All right. So when you're doing what role do you see yourself as in terms of there's color, there's play-by-play, Desco. So what are you most comfortable with?
I'm most comfortable with play-by-play.
Okay.
Without a doubt, it's I always this is a part of my casting lesson that play-by-play is the hardest to get into at first. Then it is gonna be the easiest to do on the later parts when you are practicing shoutcasting.
Right.
Some people would just prefer doing play-by-play because it's a brainless. Not really brainless, but you could do autopilot in it. You start doing the play-by-play if you get the technique done.
Right.
But I would have wished to be an excellent color caster, because the color caster or the anchor holds the story. And to be compelling with your stories, that's some skill. It's very hard to develop compared to just speaking blow by blow actions.
Right. But okay, in terms of play-by-play, you always generally have to have probably more energy. Hype. What is the secret to kind of unleashing Sh1nboo there?
Okay. All right. So it's a mix, of course, of deep discipline form.
Okay.
A lot of people, there are gonna be, of course, us casters. They're gonna tell us we're very talented. We have this skill set. How can I speak something like that? So there's gonna be a tree. I'm gonna be speaking a lot of syllables, just describing the tree.
Nice.
But I'm just speaking about the tree, right? So that's like a skill set.
Yeah.
But I'm really a very, very academic guy. I really like templates.
Right.
I really I'm very particular with things.
Right.
So I really don't speak. When I do my play-by-play, it's not necessarily just something to go freestyle. I sometimes try to write some bars or lines.
Nice.
Just to transition. And I also try to... This is now very technical.
It's fine.
I'm always on the watch to some of the biggest weakness or disease. It's a disease. It's a weakness at first by shoutcasters. But I started to employ such weakness because it's a human tendency. I started to develop such weakness so that it is subtle, it is not observed. But here's one casting trick. You know the stretch words?
Yeah.
La?
Yeah. Give me an example.
Like, it's gonna be. It's gonna be as a stretch word.
Yeah.
The words that you say, so you don't have to think.
Yes.
The most fundamental stretch word in the history of mankind is I will speak something before I have to think. I have to buy time like 2 seconds before I speak.
Yep.
That's the now one technique. So how to get unleashed again, just to show you how technical I am when it comes to casting is I really like see all the syllables and manipulate all syllables.
Yeah.
Make sure. So I try to fix an inevitable disease or sickness of us talkers or casters of using stretch words by employing multiple syllable stretch words.
Yes.
So for example,
that's a good one.
Medyo papunta sila talaga dito. So when I say that's a lot of syllables, like medyo papunta sila talaga dito in Tagalog, but that simply means it looks like they are just going here. That's a lot of syllables.
That's a lot. It's good.
But it's just saying they're here. Right? You get a point. You get a point. So, like one of the most popular stretch words is "but then again."
Yes.
I get my point. I love talking with my talent. So that's one technique. If you are able to manipulate those kind of things. Not to mention, of course, the eye coordination of focusing on the important parts during team fights. Because again, we go back to play-by-play.
Right.
You told me that you have to get to the action. It's easier to unleash your energy if you are confident.
True.
When you are confident, that means you have no worries. You have no problem, or you're not torn on choosing what part to do play-by-play. And we know the technique. You just choose one part. We all know as talents you don't need to say anything. You just have to choose one part and you double down on it. It's up to your skill, it's up to your veterancy and understanding of the game. That hopefully and luckily the part you chose is significant. It's of significance. Hopefully you've chosen to play an ultimate chain than a first skill or just a passive skill effect. So
seeing that,
so that's one technique. So with all those templates or techniques, it allows you to be more confident. And when you're confident, energy can easily just come through. And hopefully, the ones we are always wanting as casters, we get lost. We get lost in the cast. We get in the zone. You know that.
Okay, that's awesome. In terms of cast. Now let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the KIC right now. We've kind of seen I think it's already 9 days have already kind of gone by. We're seeing the top 6 at the stage. We're on a bit of a break before the final, the final 3 days.
Yes.
But let's talk a little bit about, of course, the PKL teams here.
Okay. All right, just about them?
Like
what so just honest thoughts about it. All I can say is we're really freaking lucky. I feel like we're really freaking lucky. I'm a guy who really acknowledges I'm a guy who really acknowledges the bad things. And it's not necessarily being a pessimist, but it's like I really acknowledges the bad things because it's normal to have them, and therefore when we get lucky, I'm more thankful. And I'm really thankful with the result right now. Because imagine that we could have no PH team right now in the top 6. We are in the top 6. Top 6 now, right?
Right.
That 7 and 8 could be PH team,
Right.
And you know how unlucky we can be if the PH team gets dropped even in the group stage.
Yeah, that would be rough.
The Philippines, especially, just say the game in an MLBB country, you know the hate that we can get.
All right, so you've got Blacklist and you've got now Boom.
So Blacklist and Boom regarding the performance, there's also a side to see.
Okay,
yes, there's also a side to see on especially the match between. Boom is very erratic, but it's in a good way. In a good way, it means that when an enemy is tough, you can bank on them. The numbers doesn't necessarily. If the enemy has overwhelming numbers, you could still rely on Boom to bend those numbers. But it goes vice versa. Whereas for Blacklist, it's mainly they're really numbers based. All expectations, Blacklist delivers upon the expectations given by their stats.
Right.
And against HBSE. No, Blacklist cannot stand against HBSE. So that was really, really surprising.
That was a crazy series.
The 4-3 against HBSE. I'm really surprised. It removed me as a caster and just a simple fan player of HOK. I'm really curious about KIC. Hopefully some miracle happens.
In that series though, the HBSE versus Blacklist one, the biggest factor was the Athena. In the end, it was game 1 and of course game 7. What are your thoughts on just that hero first?
Yes.
And then just the game throughout?
So my thought on the Athena is it's a strong pick, hands down.
Agreed.
But the Athena pick is quite easy to pull off. It's the instructions for an Athena to the Athena user is very easy.
Yeah, you're right.
It's very
You're right.
easy.
Right.
All you need to do is just know how to rotate your skill and time it to counter the enemy. The vision as well. Your vision's called the disruption, and the attention you get.
Right.
That's how you measure. It's not really that hard.
Yeah. I also
The hard part is how your teammates will react towards that.
Yes.
How will they punish?
Yeah.
And that's the thing about the Athena.
Yeah.
The Athena is such a very unique pick. It emboldens team that knows how to really utilize it.
Right.
It's very punishing on targeted comps.
And I also feel like it plays into Jay's strength of the fact that he's able to stalk other people.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're constantly just hounding someone, right?
And the vision. The vision is too much. Now, if you get a matchup that doesn't capitalize on the Athena's risk, which is the inting part where she gets killed early on, then you're done. You're as good as done. Because Athena's plan is there's no problem if she dies.
Right.
Her problem is if she dies too early late game.
Yes.
If she gets shredded too early late game.
Right.
If she dies early game, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But late game, if she gets shredded, for example, a well-fed D-Renji, a well-fed Arlie, that takes 2 to 3 seconds to delete an Athena, no problem at all. But if it's a long in the ultimate battle, which is normal, and you pick an Athena, that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much over.
It's pretty much over. Yeah, that's why I was really what the hell? Like HBSC is a god.
Yeah.
That's the exact draft for it.
Yeah. But are you okay with having Athena even moving forward? Because it seems like this is incredibly strong. No team really has that counter, or you don't know what's being picked, so you might get blindsided again.
And that's the problem. In the ultimate battle, it's very erratic. It's very safe to really pick the long.
Yeah.
You could go with the Arlie, but long is much more straightforward, especially if layered with the likes of a Mai Shirano, especially you layered with the likes of a Dharma.
Yep.
You would want that.
Okay.
So would you go for an Arlie at least to lessen the threat of an Athena in the late game? We don't know.
I don't know. That's a bit of a risk too, right?
That's the danger. There are specific counters for the Athena, but if it gets final pick, especially in ultimate battle, that's the thing. They have to assume that. I was really thankful even that just she picked Pei.
Yeah.
Imagine if that's
it would have been way quicker.
No, it would have been way quicker.
It would have been way worse.
Yeah. So that's why not about Athena. About HBSE picking it up. We will be seeing it in KIC. I'm sure we'll be seeing it on the playoffs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just last question though. It looks like all the PKL teams. I mean, the two have survived, right? They've beaten the IKL teams. IKL are no longer here. Is it safe to say PKL? IKL, like there's a clear gap.
Yeah, yes, there is.
Gap diff, huh?
Momo-chan, there is.
Shots fired. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
so my Indonesian casting brothers, okay. There is, you know that already. But of course, you'll cheer for Indonesia, and I'll say there's still a gap. It is what it is.
All right. Okay. Now, who's gonna win? And then, okay, let's start with just that one question. I have one more follow-up after this. Who's going to win the KIC?
Just direct answer, right?
Yeah.
It's HBSC.
HBSC. They look very good. Okay, all right.
Unless I'm even curious what is the next layer of threat from HBSE aside from that Athena Ultimate Battle.
Yeah.
But they got challenged.
Yeah.
HBSE doesn't want to reach a game 7 against Blacklist.
Yeah. That's crazy.
They tremble. There is a threat there. They worried. I'm sure they got worried. And that is enough for us Filipinos.
Got it. Okay, last question now. Blacklist International and Boomy Sports. Which of them is going to go highest and what placing are they going to end up in?
Well, that is very interesting. Personally, that would be Boom.
Okay.
For me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Personally, that would be Boom. On the erraticness.
Yep.
I'm banking on the erraticness.
Okay.
Because you know the numbers eh.
What position do you think they're going to be? What place are they going to end up?
I think the highest we can get is third.
All right.
Yeah, with Boom. Right. Blacklist will get fourth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Both of them are going to move on. You're basically saying top 4 for those.
Yeah, then I'm expecting HBSE, Nova, and HBSE. But if there is one Filipino team in the finals, trust me when I tell you, you'll hear the ground shake.
Yeah.
You'll hear the ground shake with our cheers.
Awesome.
We'll cheer like we have never cheered before.
And I look forward to that. Thank you so much for your time, Sh1nboo.
Yes, bro.
It's been a pleasure, brother.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
We'll be signing out.